Hey, Alex here. So today I'm going to do my review on college football 26 and what I've seen so far. We're going to go topic by topic at the end, give our overall grade. So first off, atmosphere graphics. We'll get into stuff like equipment, Dynasty, Road to Glory, cut, gameplay, that stuff as we go along. So atmosphere and graphics. I'm going to give it 10% of the final grade. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, okay? This is, you're like, oh, what is this guy doing? He's an EA lover. It's going to get pretty brutal here soon. Trust me, okay? But I guess, like, what more do you want is what I'm saying. A lot of things I've seen are nitpicking. Like, people are like, oh, they're ugly cheerleaders. I'm like, come on. Like, let's be real here. Like, running out the tunnel, those things you can look around and the road to glory, the bands, the sound of the stadium. Maybe you can argue, like, okay, yeah, we want, like, generative AI around our announcers and stuff. Sure, some of that atmosphere, maybe, okay. But, like, I think overall, they nailed it. They've done such a good job with college football. Got to give them credit. They've added stuff like the dynamic weather, the day-night cycle, that kind of stuff. Uniforms getting dirty. They could always, go further. So I like the way and what they're doing and how, each year they're iterating and making it better. I don't know, maybe add lower division schools going forward, but I don't know, even small schools don't have everything in them as far as their things. So I'm okay with the direction they're going in atmospheres, graphics. Keep it up, EA. You've done really well there. Dynasty, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I gave last year's Dynasty an 8.5 out of 10, and I feel like I didn't see enough innovation to go up higher than that. Dynasty is got it's got a ton of nice quality of life features between like the manual progression and you can obviously change a lot of settings now, the updating of like wear and tear settings, a lot of things they've added to it, and Dynasty with the recruits, the transfer portal, real coaches, a little bit barren on a week-to-week basis. I feel like you see some weird criticisms, all you do is recruit and play the games, but yeah, sure, they can add a little bit more depth, a little bit more seasoning. I think it's got a decent amount of depth, like little touches on the side to make it deeper, but also the big request I stated last year, would like to see the option start with fictional rosters, like a button be like, yo, we know you can't generate these real guys and bring them over to Madden because of rights deals, but here's a bunch of fake guys that are about the overalls that a team like this would have, and then like I can then export it. There's been some backstepping, obviously. I think some patches to the bugs and stuff with the changing of the recruits' positions and stuff and skill caps. That'll happen. Not too concerned about that. Made a note of it. So Dynasty, I think, it's a really good thing. I just kind of wish a little bit year-over-year innovation happened in it, but I 8 out of 10, I feel like it's still a little harsh on it because I still think it's an excellent experience. People are like, I'm having so much fun playing Dynasty. Dude, an online Dynasty is great. Insanely fun with the dudes. But again, like, a lot of stuff with your friends fun. All right, Road to Glory. Now, I'm going to buck the trend, right? Maybe because I played corner as a Road to Glory. If you want to see it, you can go ahead. I stream on Twitch. The whole thing there. I just put out a short of it on TikTok. But overall, Road to Glory, I actually loved my experience as a cornerback. Now, a lot of people with the high school editions, they were very angry about the moments because it just felt like cut solos. But I'm like, I don't know if I'd want to Road to Glory a quarterback or maybe even a running back for that matter, because a lot of it's just like, if I want to play those positions, I'll just play any other mode of the game. So playing as a corner, and I think the reason I knocked off 0.5 is due to the limitation around only a certain amount of positions, and then like maybe a little bit down here, it's similar to last year once you get to actual college. But if they can keep adding modes, like innovations and changes, like adding something like high school every year to it, that's a phenomenal thing. I just don't want them to like stop iterating on Road to Glory every year, because they if they keep doing that, keep this base and keep adding and giving the quality of life features that obviously Dynasty got, like the moments like where like you asked the girl out to prom and then they said no, and then they showed up with like the free safety, a 4-star. You're like devastated. That had me cracking up, man. The fake hat choice, that kind of personality, those kind of moments are amazing in a mode like this where you're crafting your own story, and that's really important. It's much better than what they used to do in Madden with like long shot, where it's like an on rails experience. So something like this where like you have your own choices and it actually matters who you commit to. I started as like an underdog, like a 2-star, made up to a 4-star recruit by the time I made it, and I could go to a bunch of like 3-star, choose like 4-star schools. I think maybe I guess I got a couple offers, but I chose Miami, actually. I actually went to a 4-star, started as a backup. But I really did like the gameplay loop. I know that I would say like an addition, like the trophy rooms obviously needs to be fleshed out more than just a JPEG. Something like you know how a lot of people are annoyed about how much time you have to put into your academics, and I like that thing. I wish there was something like we could answer some questions and stuff, or like maybe like going forward, bringing mini games where like you can do the player speed based off the 40-yard dash you run in high school, that kind of stuff. Where like old Madden said, I think Madden currently has even some of those mini games where you can do like bench presses and stuff. So some more of that added to the game, I think, going forward, to like actually get the stats for your recruit, maybe like what your mom and dad did as professions. That old thing in Madden was really neat on your player. So more in-depth thing around your actual creation. I know people are angry about the way they look and the customization. They want more of that, hair and whatnot. But like more things along that line would be kind of cool. And I'm looking forward to what they're going to do with this mode going forward, since I had an absolute blast during my time in Road to Glory. All right, next up. Did I say take quizzes for your academics? Like allow us to get bonus to academics just by answering questions based off our major? I think that'd be a great idea. Instead of having to pump like you can pump 2 hours in, but like you get bonuses if you answer the questions correctly. I think that's just an easy win, right? Just like ask, hey, Chat GPT, give me 50 questions based off like a management degree, and then just bing bang boom, put them into the game. Maybe fact check them a little bit, but. Gameplay. Okay, let's just go by this point by point. I have not had a lot of fun with the online gameplay. Now, for offline dudes, for playing against the computer, it's a bit different. Okay, it is a bit different for you. But I'm an online player mostly, college ultimate team. Haven't really touched Road to the College Football Playoffs outside of like, the beta and stuff like that. But I'm mostly an online player in cut, and I have hated it. I'm giving it a 4. Even though they've added a lot of nice features, it is terrible. So bad. The number one thing we said we liked about college football last year was the movement was better, more smooth, more arcadey. And what they do, they nerfed it. They made it more like Madden for reasons that are unbeknownst to me. I just don't get it, right? And a lot of it is due to cut cards early on being slow, but even playing regs. You see this across the board with the same thing. Even people that only play regs never played cut. They're like, why is it slower than last year? It sucks. It really does. And this is my point of view. This is my review. I like it a little more arcade. I like it a little more fun. I like it a bit more fast. Okay. Even though I'm an old man, I still like it fast. I still like it where this, reaction tests are a thing. Playbooks are really well done on offense. Defensively needs a lot of improvements. I do not know why each formation offered does not have each coverage. Why can't I call cover 2 man out of a double A gap? Why are match coverages and not in some of them? Why is everything different, right? Like, why is that? We need a play creator, please, in the future. Stiff arm is OP. They're gonna nerf that. I mean, today they basically said, "Yo, just cut stick, bro." Was their response to stiff arm being OP? Which, okay, it's a counter in the game. Who's triggering the animation? Either the stiff arm or the cut stick first. Defense is awful. Every year, with movement being this slow, as the user is the most powerful chess piece you have on defense. And when I say chess, remember, football is a game of chess. Okay, and remember that when I get to my next point. So the user is the most important chess piece, and not being able to like move them around and treat them like the queen, the power that it has, is kind of annoying. Now I know like low skill gap people are like, oh, the user shouldn't be able to be this powerful. It should be nerfed because they don't want to have to learn how to beat users. They want to have to learn route combos to distract, a drag in a post and a streak clear out, make them choose one of the others. And then like on top of that, so like it's hard for you to cover routes, right? Okay, but then if you are able to make a mistake, dropping interceptions, like they said no eyes, no pick, but they made a mistake. It's no, comma, eyes, no picks. Like it doesn't matter, man. It's if your player has eyes, right? Even Najee Harris now with 1, nobody's getting any picks, right? It's like I don't even know what you can do, man. Like start stabbing them out, like give me some dinner forks because I need a defense that's going to make some plays, right? Is it kind of like, do I got to like be the captain of the silence? Are we going to do some Game of Thrones thing, cut everybody's lips, tongues out? Like, what kind of ritualistic sacrifice do I have to do just to get a turnover when they make a bad decision? This is competitive online gameplay. The fact that they're making it worse, right? No eyes, no picks is great for the sim crowd, but we gotta understand this is a chess game. If I have a guy there, you gotta give it to me. I can't like bring my queen over to take your pawn and then all of a sudden like, nope, sorry, pawn wins. You made a terrible decision. You hung it out to dry. Give me the ball, okay? Because like, we got to understand this is a video game. This isn't real life, right? Not every DB. I understand there are Ike Taylors in real life that are dropping interceptions all the time, right? He's probably a Hall of Famer if he could catch a pass. But here's the thing. It's a video game, right? There's a reason why we're not all in the helmets and we got to use a right stick to look around in online gameplay. We play third person on Nesson. We make sacrifices to make it a good online gameplay. Dropping interceptions does not make me want to play this game. This is the least fun, and I'm going to go through everything. I'm going to say the blank statement right now. This is the least fun in the first week of a game I've played since Madden 20. And that's saying a lot. Madden 20 was a disaster class. And the issue with Madden 20 ended up being, like, apparently I heard later there's an internal thing at EA, like, we're not going to patch the game. And so it stayed bad the whole year, man. And I hope they do patch the game. The no eyes, no picks has been an absolute disaster for the human race. Flat out, get rid of it in competitive game modes. Keep it in whatever sim you want, right? If people want to throw up bombs to the receivers and they want to catch it in double, triple coverage because Megatron was a thing, right? Because, like, the people that are asking, like, EA needs to understand, you get a lot of bad feedback. These people ingest football content in 59-second TikToks where they see Megatron reaching up and grabbing it between three people. They see George Pickens making crazy sideline plays. Do not take feedback from these people and treat it the same as actual good feedback from people that play the game a ton, okay? Their football knowledge is whack. It's a game, a video game. Allow us to play it and not get dunked on all the time. There are other glitches in the game that should be patched, double pass, zoom play. Not real worried about them because they'll be taken care of hopefully soon. I don't get the audibles decision once again. Audibles inside 5 seconds that cause a false start for some reason. Like, they need to ask themselves, the EA, every time they put it in a system, is this fun for someone? That is fun for no one. I saw Clint came out and said, linemen don't like to be in their stances. Buddy, they also don't like to be yelled at by their O-line coaches. Hold to 0. Okay? What do you want? Oh, I can't hold this position 5 seconds longer, or I'm going to get my ass wrung out in film. I'm going to start running until I throw up. I'm not getting $1 million contract. Don't jump. It's absolutely ridiculous and the dumbest reasoning I've ever seen in my life. Was it tongue-in-cheek? I don't know. I don't know because that was ridiculous. I hope it was tongue-in-cheek. Tackling got redone, but it's just slightly better boom tech. We can still see the wonkiness. It is infrequently, not quite like last year. Last year was like every other play wonky. Though we had like air tackles. We still see, I mean, it just was sad to me they wasted so much time on boom tech and bringing it over, but that's the past. It already happened. The coaching menu updates are really nice. Safety alignment, some more option stuff, RPO option stuff. That's really cool. Got to give them a shout out for updating that. I still don't understand why they keep changing buttons we've had for decades. It's very annoying to me. Contain went to RBLB. Really bad decision right there. Playmaker change. I understand they want to add jukes in the pocket and stuff, but I definitely think Playmaker should have stayed as it is and juke should have gone to the left trigger modifier. Switch stick off the D-line they changed. I hated that. It's now D-pad instead of LBB left stick. So I got muscle memory I got to kind of forget. And, you know, it's just annoying being an old man and doing stuff like contain Playmaker the same way for, like, you know, decades. And they changed it, and they've done it now frequently last couple of years. Last year, they changed options for no reason. Literally no reason they're doing these things. If they just give us custom controller buttons, we can set our own. I would say that's a low priority request of mine, but can you please stop? Can you please stop? The game is hard enough. Dude, not being able, like, you already get quick snapped like every play. Now I got to relearn different zone buttons that I hit, like on different safeties and stuff and where they go. I'll adjust, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. So I'm not going to like knock them for it. I just don't know the reason why some of these things change. And it's kind of annoying. Lead blocking needs work, but it is improved. Man, dude, just today, there was a run. I was running, I think it was like a fake jet power left or counter left. I had a lineman lead up. All he had to do was kick a guy out. And I'd still be running right now, recording this. I'd still be holding my trigger. I'd still be dashing on the sideline. And this happened like 6 hours ago. Okay. And then like the guy, the lineman just like booked it right. And then the guy came in and tackled me. And I was like, almost no gain. I was like, just please do your job. Kick him out. He's right there. Run defense is better. Got to give him credit for that. Read and react AI going away is a major W. AI actually makes, plays more realistic against the run. The runs get fitted and filled by the linebacker much better. Shout out to EA for that. Pursuit still needs work, especially off animations like catching the ball. Like the guy will catch the ball and then the defender will run to like the left or the right of him. It's like they're making a business decision too often, but it's not like, we don't have prime Derrick Henry. We don't have Brandon Jacobs out here, Jerome Bettis, like trying to truck you. They're just like regular college dudes. They're just trying to pass classes like you. O-line pass blocking AI is better. Unblocked defender is awesome, but the downside is don't like that everything. I don't know why they put in auto slides or 5 wide protection standard. I like them as options, but it feels like they put in work that they didn't need to put in. You know what? Sometimes if it's good, I like the addition of options on top of it, but like you don't need to go this far. If it's good enough, we can kind of leave it, right? There's a lot of issues to get through. A lot of things that aren't good enough. The auto slide, yeah. And then like as defense, I don't like that I can't get off of it anymore. Right? Allow us to go run backwards on pass plays again. All right? Stunts are awesome. Really well done, EA. Subs on the field are cool. On defense, it's kind of useless because of how the quick snaps work. All right, so gameplay overall. Oh, I didn't even mention the worst part, did I? Zones play. Is there a word worse than awful or terrible? Play like having to go to a classical music concert. Bro, we all know Beethoven. I don't need to hear it again. So, I don't even know where to begin with my disappointment around zone play. It goes along with dropped interceptions and the receivers catching everything. This is the main reason why I hate this fucking game. Online. There are traffic cones out there. They will throw the ball directly at your guy's face and they'll do a 180 away from it. And then 360 back afterwards. Like, oh, wow, he caught that. That's crazy. They'll stare down at them. Like, right? They, like, put in a safety adjustment to have a deep safety play deep so they can keep eyes on them. Like there are defense coordinators that want their deep safety playing flat-footed so they can attack. Guess what? These guys don't attack. They don't come down. They don't react. They don't play for shit. They're literally... my 4-year-old kid could play a better deep zone than a lot of these guys. Right? And I can't tell that kid nothing. So it feels like we're backsliding. Dropped interceptions, terrible zone plays, receivers spec catching us. The game's gotten worse. And it's sad. It's the least fun I've had, man. It's not enjoyable on defense. Just because you made offense easy to score does not mean the game is better, right? There's two sides of the ball. Oh, man, it literally makes me sad to think about online gameplay right now. Movement's worse. Everything's worse, dude. As far as fun level. Road to college football playoffs. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's only 1% of my final grade. Wish it had squads is the reason why it's not 10 out of 10. I know there's a lot of controversy around choosing a playbook, not choosing it. I think it's okay the way it is. I don't have a hard feeling on it either way, but I would like squads to be on the main mode instead of just in MUT going forward. Equipment, 0% of my final review. I don't really care that much about equipment. I mean, I've never really been into the drip, the swag, that kind of stuff. I've been wearing like the same polos my entire life, so it really doesn't appeal to me. There's a ton of options, but I'm not that into equipment. Let's see what happens with public pressure going forward. Yeah, they might go crazy on equipment going forward because there's been a huge outcry. It's been like the major controversy of the game. Music, I didn't listen to it. I didn't want to get clapped on YouTube or anything like that, but the feedback seed, people really enjoy it, right? And then especially like it goes with the atmosphere, with the Enter Sandman and everything. So they've done a really good job on music. So even though it doesn't really affect my final grade at all, I got to give them a round of applause. Next up, Cut. I don't know who makes this mode, but they shouldn't be making it. It's such a double whammy for online game players. The art team is cool, but whoever designs Cuts should not have that job. We need to reassign them to, like, I don't know, milking hamsters in the basement. They just, like, send them over to, like, the Aruba office and put them on a beach somewhere. Okay? Just give one of them jobs where, like, they don't have any satisfaction but you know, you can keep paying. We don't want to see people fired or nothing, but we understand there's been a lot of layoffs at EA, but this has been just like, it's crazy. Their main money driver mode, they're just so bad at it, dude. The game loop is as bad as I've seen it, right? They have step packs that you pay with real money that give you B&D cards. There's like 2 cards in a pack. It just blows my mind. Outside of solos, what does MMS do? There's no sets. There's sets that you put 6 cards in that you get 6 cards back, the same cards, and a token. This is boring. Who thought of it, man? Like, what kind of nonsense are we seeing? I honestly don't understand who's in charge there. They really, literally need to be sent to Aruba. Rerolls give back under 50%. Bro, even Vegas gives back 94+%. 96, 98 on slots. Vegas's biggest moneymaker are slots. It dwarfs everything else put together. Tables, sports gambling. It's literally just slots. And the fact that EA makes it so we cannot engage with their slot machine, aka the training rerolls, aka the packs to open, it blows my mind. Who is running this, man? They don't play the game, and therefore the game suffers because they don't care about it. They don't understand what we're into. And the problem is, like, the people that get feedback from, I think, are gifted cards by EA. So, like, they don't have to go through the struggle of the rest of us. They're just granted because they're friends, man. Sets have been boring and bad. There's no innovation. Watch the Cut video for that one. I don't understand why more effort isn't put into this mode. Is it literally like 2 people? I don't get it. It's so bad. Barren. Overall grade. So here are the numbers up. Equals 5.23 out of 10 is the final review, but it's 7 out of 10 without Cut factored in. So Cut really drags down the score because of how poorly it's put together. That's all I got to say about that. I'm like... The thing is, like, I gave it a 5.23, but I generally, like, think the game is good. It's just so sad that a few things that EA is either making unintentionally or intentionally, a few decisions with gameplay and Cut have lowered the score so dramatically. But, like, when you look at, like some of the hard things they've done, atmosphere and graphics, very difficult. They nailed it. Dynasty, I feel like I might have been a little harsh on it, but they've done a really good job. It's fun. 8 out of 10, okay, fine. Road to Glory, good job. I know some people hate Road to Glory. I really enjoyed my time. Keep innovating and improving on it. It's just the foundation of gameplay and online gameplay for me, and then Cut that have tanked your entire game. So it saddens me to give this as a review because, like, if you ask me, like, oh, what would you rank this? Just like off the top of my dome, I'd be like, yeah, I think the game's like an 8, but then when I think deeper into cut, it just makes me sad. Anyways, that's it for the review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.